also one of the things that I just keep coming back to in this podcast of like, you got to do your thing, right? Like you can't, even though you're working with Bob, like you can't try to be a different version of Bob. Like you need to be the best
Yeah.
version of Shachar.
Yeah.
And like we all need to like find our aesthetic that we're obsessed with. And obviously it will grow and it will evolve. But like, if you're not doubling down on what you do, then you're just trying to be somebody else, and that's not going to work for you. You need to, you're going to make your name for what your aesthetic is, and then the people that resonate with that will want to work with you, like you said.
Yeah. And that right there, what you said was a pretty difficult realization for me that I had to go through of like, even though I love Bob's mixes so much and I get to be here watching him and like learning from him every day, I cannot try to be another version of him. And it's something that like for a while I kept trying, right? Because I kept learning all these new things from him, all these new tricks, and it's like, ooh, I want to try that, and I want my vocals to sound like that, what I just heard Bob do, and I want my piano to sound like this, what I just heard Bob do. But like then that stuff started not working in my mixes. I was like, what am I doing wrong? And eventually I realized what I'm doing wrong is that I'm trying to be Bob. And that's just not, it's not going to work. And yeah, it was definitely a big realization and kind of a difficult one to let go of that, to learn what I learned from him. But it's okay that I'm just being me. Yeah. Even if sometimes that means that I play him a mix for feedback and he ends up not liking it. And that's a very difficult thing,
Right. Well, you have to lean into that. You have to embrace it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's hard. Yeah. It's a double-edged sword, right? Like you get to like learn from your hero, but also you can like be castigated. It's like it's almost like a Jedi situation going on here.